All right, today first on the show then, we've got an early stage Japanese venture capital firm, that's Incubate Fund Asia. They have concluded the first close of their third fund with a target corpus of about $50 million. Let's connect with Nao Murakami, who's the founder and general partner at Incubate Fund Asia. Thank you so much for taking time out and joining in. Just walk us through then this latest fund in terms of the target corpus. What exactly are the plans in place?
Okay, thank you so much to having us on the show. Let us quickly explain who is Incubate and then the Incubate Fund Asia, and also a little bit about myself. So Incubate Fund itself actually started in 2010 as the seed-focused venture capital fund. And we are the largest seed fund in Japan currently, and we are managing about $1 billion USD and having 200 portfolios in Japan. And in 2016, we came to India and then set it up a separate independent fund, which is Incubate Fund India. And then myself, actually, I moved to India. I used to be a tech startup-focused venture capital fund in Japan and also in the US. And I moved to India in 2014, and then started a small company together with my friend. It actually failed. But then at the time we are failing the company, Incubate Fund Japan team contacted me, and then they wanted to start the India-focused fund. And then we started Incubate Fund India together. So technically, Incubate Fund India, now we rebranded to Incubate Fund Asia, as the joint venture between myself and the Incubate Fund Japan team. This is how we started. And then so far, we have done 27 investments in India. And then we predominantly proceed to seed round investments. And we typically lead the round. So we invest as a lead investor usually, and then support them to becoming the category leader status. So new fund, as you mentioned, we just made the first close a couple of days back. And then we are targeting to raise up to 50 million in size USD. And then we keep focusing on the pre-seed to seed investments in India, plus a little bit of allocation to Southeast Asia as well. But 80% is going to India. And then we stay focused in seed stage as a lead investor investments in India. And we are predominantly sector agnostic. So we can invest anything from B2B to B2C or tech, non-tech, anything we can understand and we like, we are going to invest. Yeah, this is basics about us.
Yeah, so let's just talk a little bit more about, the proceeds of this fund. It's going to be early stage investments and follow-on investments in startups. What is the criteria that you're looking at, and what stage of the startups is it going to be?
Okay. Yeah, we invest at the seed stage as the initial check, and then we do the follow-on investment to the company, which is a winner among the portfolio, up until the Series B stage. So initial check size will be somewhere between 500K to 1.5 million US dollars. And then we invest as a lead investor usually. And then from this $50 million fund, the 40% of the fund corpus is going to the building the new portfolios. We are targeting to build 20 new companies in India. And then the 60% of the fund corpus is going to support the winners of the portfolio companies. So investing in Series A, Series B of the portfolio companies. And then this sector-wise, we like the two things. Actually, as a fund from this new fund, we are believing in the India's middle income groups growth. And then to tackle with this middle income groups growth in India, we have two main focus in India. One is the tier 2, tier 3 plus series business. And then the another one is the SMB and then the agribusiness enablers. So if you can see, like in India, this middle income group is going to be two-folded in next 10 years. But most of this growth is coming from tier 2, tier 3 cities, or even in rural areas. And then but let's say like most of the startups as of now is still targeting mainly in tier 1 metros. So the service, products, all of these things are not distributed enough to the tier 2, tier 3 cities in our point of view. So some startups which can do well in terms of the distribution of the service or the product to the tier 2, tier 3 cities will be a good target for us. And then another thing is the SMBs and agribusiness are the backbone of this middle income group growth in India. So how to enable them, how we can digitize them to make them grow faster or do the business more efficiently will be another good target for us. So this tier 2, tier 3 focus or the SMB or agribusiness focus will be the good target for us for the new funds.
All right. So give us a sense as to, the kind of funds that you've invested in, rather the kind of companies that you've invested in already in India. How have they performed so far?
Yeah. We have done 27 investments in India so far. Some notable startups will be, let's say, Captain Fresh, which is one of the largest seafood supply chain company in India, together with Axel, Tiger, Anchor Capital Matrix, we invested in, and Naspers also. And then another one is actually the first investment in India for us was the ShopKirana. And then I feel the ShopKirana shows how we approach to the startup and how we approach to the founders very well. So back in 2016, we invested in ShopKirana as the first VC to the startup. And then still I remember when we invested in 2016, currently they have like 50,000 Kiranas on board as a B2B supply chain company. But at the time, they have only 10 Kiranas on board, and then their monthly revenue was maybe 1 lakh Indian rupees. So very, very small company at the time. And then we still remember first board meeting after we invested in with the ShopKirana founders. We discussed a lot. It was a 3-hour-long board meeting. And then we decided many things, but the one most important decision we made at the time is the shut down the most of the distribution hubs that time they're operating. And then focusing on one hub and then making the hub to be operational break-even. And why we decided this is from our viewpoint, this company may take the next 100 years to be profitable. And then the many competitors actually might going to raise more money and then the grow the top lines and this stuff. But it doesn't make sense.
Just wanted to also understand from you a quick word then as to what the outlook is on, the sectors that you're looking to invest in and how you're looking at the overall funding environment in India currently?
Yeah. So the sector-wise, as I explained, like the tier 2, tier 3 focus business will be one of our focus in terms of the sectors. So in that sense, in terms of business model, the one main focus will be the B2B e-commerce. The supply chain focus business will be the good target for us. And then another thing is agribusiness, agriculture-related business. Agribusiness is very much underserved. So agribusiness will be a good target. And then also any SMB enablers. So small and medium enterprise can be digitized, and then the more efficiency should come to their business. So SME enabler will be a good target for us. So any tier 2, tier 3 focus business, agribusiness, SMB enablers, and then supply chain related companies or B2B e-commerce will be a good target for us.
Yes, so I was also asking about your outlook on the funding environment in India, how you're looking at India as an investment opportunity versus some of the other markets.
Yeah. So we feel Indian startup ecosystem and especially the investment market as a very, very bullish compared to most of the other startup ecosystem actually. One is the fundamental growth of the Indian economics itself. The macroeconomics is growing fast and very steady. So, and then still many the sectors and also many segments of the businesses are, how can I say, still inefficiently operated. So in that sense, if the startups are coming into the market with the tech to bring the efficiency into the ecosystem, there are a lot of white space we feel. So the economy is growing, but still yet so many inefficiency in the industries and the ecosystem. We feel there are a lot of opportunities for any startup to grow. And so we are very bullish about the Indian market. And then more and more Japanese investors also showing the strong interest to coming into India. And then actually a couple of funds are setting up the funds to focusing in India as well. So as we are the front runner in terms of Japanese VC investing in India, we are very happy to see that the phenomena.
All right, good to have you on board. Thank you so much for joining us on ET Now.
Yeah, thank you so much.